Glenn Greenwald has long reported on the political abuses of the legal system. He is the host of System Update on Rumble, and our friend, he joins us tonight. Glenn, you would think somebody would say, look, I don't like Trump, but this is doing grave damage to institutions we're going to need 2 years from now and for the next 100 years. But not one person that we can find has said that.
I heard you in your prior segment saying, where's people like Karl Rove and George Bush and the people who lecture us? I think people like Victoria Nuland demonstrate the theater behind this whole Republican versus Democratic war. This is the key to the whole thing, which is that they are determined not to criminalize conservatism or the Republican Party. They're fine with people like Jeb Bush or John McCain or Mitt Romney or Nikki Haley or Lindsey Graham or whoever. They're determined to criminalize Donald Trump and his movement because the only time Victoria Nuland wasn't in government, she worked for Clinton, then she worked for Dick Cheney, then she worked for Obama, now she worked for Biden, was when Donald Trump was elected president. So that's the only way you get these people out of government, and that's why they're single-mindedly determined to criminalize not the Republican Party, but Donald Trump and his movement, and that's what we saw yesterday with his indictment and today with this person who's now going to prison because of anti-Hillary Clinton memes he posted on Twitter.
The problem is, in organizing the system that way, they cut out the majority of the population. Are the majority of American voters of either party in favor, for example, of going to war with nuclear-armed Russia and China? I don't think there's any evidence the majority is in favor of that. Do you?
No, or, for example, keeping troops in Syria, which I would bet you barely anybody even knows that the United States is doing, let alone wants to, and yet Matt Gaetz had a resolution to withdraw all troops from Syria, saying we shouldn't be spending money on that, we should be spending money here at home, and the Republicans and Democrats joined together, the establishment wings, to say, no, we want to let Joe Biden keep troops in Syria. It's the establishment wings of both parties that are the real enemy, and they're the ones who rule no matter what you go and do at the voting booth. Donald Trump was the only one who could disrupt it, and that's why they want to criminalize that movement.
That's exactly right. I mean, if you were just to write out the crimes of Donald Trump being obnoxious, okay, versus the crimes of Victoria Nuland destroying the West, you know, one list would be longer than the other, but who's getting indicted? Glenn Greenwald, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Tucker.
Very much. Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson Tonight.